Right, so playing a $1 tournament, which is currently about a fifth of my bank balance due to playing a $3.30 tournament this morning. Hit my straight, other dude hit a full house on the river. There's a three-way, I had a straight and flush draw, hit my straight on the turn, other guy hits full house on the river. So that was a shame, that would have put me in there instead for good money. I played a couple of dollar tournaments and frankly was not really paying attention. So yeah, I lost $5. About $15 bank balance. So I lost a couple of not paying attention $2 cash games as well. So I actually got myself down to like $2.50 and then went right back up to $5 something. So this is turning out to be a more important tournament than I thought. I don't, as I said for a while, I don't want to buy in again. So if my bank balance gets low, then I have to play on a low bank balance for a while. Sometimes that involves grinding for a few days. That's just the way it is. Right, I've got 8-7 suited. I'll wait for these people who haven't come back from the break. And probably best if I actually plug my headphones in, isn't it? There we go. Noise cancelling headphones. You don't just hear the fan noise from my machine. That's better. So I've played 9 hands of this. I'm up to 6-2-6-1. Average stack is 6.4, so I joined a bit late. So, yeah. Just trying to steal here. This guy's played 0 hands out of 7, so I'm assuming he's quite stealable. The one to my left has played 20% of hands out of 10, so I've got a reasonable look at him. I can't seem to stop this making very loud typing noises when I type. Guess I might have to just turn off the speaker for a bit as I'm typing things. Catching up on a bit of admin from yesterday. I'm going to raise this if I'm folded round to. Not disconnected, okay. Okay, don't really like this. We've got a limper, but I don't know what sort of limper they are. Actually not a bad situation to be in. This is not a great flop for me, but if you suit connectors, limping's okay. That's why it's not suited connectors. Unsuited connectors. Unconnected suitors. Suited not connectors. Bullshit suited cards. Yeah, don't mind limping in. So Jedden to my right, luckily. Plays a lot of hands, has a big stack. At least he's to my right so I can see what he's up to. I'll play 50% of hands, hope no one's paying attention to that. Well, maybe they are. I don't want them to be paying attention to this hand, but I want them to be paying attention when I've got pocket aces and they feel like they can 3-bet me. Okay, steal, good. Queen 2 is a fold. Sorry, forgot that I was muted myself while I typed, so I was just saying that wasn't really a raise, wasn't really a c-bet, and I thought I got away with it, but Kedden shoved on me, frustratingly. Never quite sure how to play these low stakes tournaments. Oh, the aces. The heart? Nope. 30 outs on them, they weren't there, hearts and tens. King 10 on the button is worth playing. Trying to take a couple of players out there, but all I've done is sweeten the pot. We're all after this guy's bounty is the thing. And now he's done that, I'm got enough to call it with, unfortunately. was... Oh, we would have split the pot. Without 5, 6s and aces, everyone would have split the pot. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a split between me and Admiko. Actually, it would have been a split always. Okay, so we've got another limp from Gidden, which last time said small pair. Don't know if that's what it is this time. Wow, that's not the flop I was looking for. But let's pretend it was. Back up to the 6. Okay. Doncaster have just scored against AFC Wimbledon. That's not great for me. Apologies for the typing. I would turn off the volume, but I probably forget to turn it back on again, so getting my admin done. Big raise under the gun. I haven't really got the cards to go with that. It's been a reasonably tight player, so we'll just trust that as a proper raise. Top prize today will be $60.24. It's a knockout tournament, so that will change because we haven't hit the. Well, it'll go down, but it'll go down more than you expect because we haven't hit the reserve yet. Two isn't enough to call that, is it? He's got top pair, he's got queen. Lucky, lucky. A lovely time, isn't it, old Geddon? Lovely time. So I was just calling that because it's an ace on a button against with some stack that I dominate. I've now got a gut shot straight and an overcard. Probably won't get enough chance to look at the gut shot. Oh, I do. Okay, hang on. Oh, Geddon's still got to go. Okay. This guy's a good player, just a. Okay. It's a weird move, isn't it? I'd say not a good player. I mean, just there's nothing useful coming out of that either. Like you're protecting for a draw or something. So you're like gaining a few chips and potential to lose a lot. Cut. So there's some emails. And email is running incredibly slow. Why is that? That's when my Wi-Fi is connected to my phone by accident. Nope. Not the problem. Oops, I just missed. I meant to fold that. I missed the button. It'd be great if I flop a full house and it looks like a work of genius, doesn't it? Could be a work of genius. Idiot end of the gut shot. I'm going to fold that.
It's just not coping with the amount of things I've got going on here. I mean, I'm streaming and I'm... Hey, do you know what happened? I decided to up the graphics quality on my machine. Possibly caused an issue. Because it was upping the graphics quality based on what my machine could do, but I wasn't like streaming at the time. Interesting one. I think it checks around to me. I will call this. Still worth a call. I'm going to shove it. And get that bounty. Top pair, reasonable kicker. Ace 5, that's good. Exactly what I wanted. Brilliant. That was extremely handy. Kedden has got cocky. Cocky too far. Still got a massive stack, hasn't he? What's he got? 19k. That's like 4 times starting stack. It's not too hectic. Be amazed if my pair of 3s hold up against 2 players. I don't think you got anything. Oh, I see a jack. Okay, so that's some interesting information. He's not on total bullshitter. Then 690. Okay, so I'm a bit above average stack. The first prize, as in the bubble prize, is currently 156. I think that'll go down to below $1. That is the 87th place. We've currently got 550 entries, so there's a long way to go. This tournament. The registration ends in 40 minutes. Could 3-bet with this, but I'm just going to call because the under the gun raise. Okay, got my spade draw. That's a good thing. Spades and 2 overcards. Okay. It's shove time, isn't it? Kings, all set of 6s. I need a spade. Didn't get a spade. That was not shove time. Although 3-way with a flush is kind of reasonable. 3-way with that flush draw, this set of 6s was kind of annoying. Trying for the gut shot. Nope. Right, I've got some work to do to catch up from there. Wow, flopped a full house against trip nines. It was not worth holding up with it. So he's hit his set twice in a row. First time got a triple up, and the second time some other goodness. It's a shame the spade didn't come, isn't it? Although some of those spades would have given him a full house. So 5 or a queen of spades would have given him a full house. So by the river I didn't have many outs. King of spades was already gone. That's 3 of them gone. So I was on pretty low. I was on down to 16% by the river. And after the flop I was only 23% in a 3-way, so I was not looking good there. Because my ace and queen overcards were not overcards. And there's always blockers for my flush, so that's quite frustrating. So down to less than half an average stack. Hope the flush doesn't come in. I shoved it. Eight, 10, 10 queen. Calling someone a fish when they've just beaten you is I mean, if it's an unlucky showdown, then fair enough. But calling someone a fish when they've just beaten you without showing the cards, so who knows what he had? He might have just totally outplayed you. Ooh, aces. 8. Queen. No, I thought it was going to be 7 there for a sec. Ooh, AFC London have equalised. That's a good thing. What's this high roll into your house is a pile of rubble, man? What does that even mean? He just sent in the tissues when he hit yet another set. was a mistake, wasn't it? Straight and flush draw. I'll shove that, hope for the best. That was the best. Kick out the spam. Two pairs, jacks and twos, eh? Okay. That's two pairs, twos and sevens. He gets a knockout. That's exactly the sort of thing I like to do, is to las it in with a bottom two pair. Most of the time you're facing top pair with a decent kicker. Someone calls. Guys, it's been absolutely luck boxing it. Set after set. Two pair. Don't think I could have crashed in not very long ago. If a spade had come up in the right place. Seven, two offsuit. I'll call for one big blind, even though it's 70 offsuit. Frustrating as that might be. I'll get this through. Wow. Really thought someone was going to call me there. Well, I didn't, that's why I raised, but because someone had a queen, they'd have obviously raised it before that, but so with me. Thought someone was going to call me with a crappy pair. But no. One thing I know for sure is that I didn't have the best hand. But that's been grand. He's put them back up to 5.8, which is actually not a shocking stack. Probably check on my fantasy football team how they get on. £24, that's quite good already. Ooh, loads of my players are playing already though. Salah was captain and he got 5 points, that's a 10-point week for him. Not so good. Virgil defender got 4, Callan's still playing and got 2, Wood's still playing, got 2. Oh, Richardson has got 6, that's quite good. 24 with like half the team playing is not too bad. King Jack on the button is a raise, obviously. Especially when you're first into the pot. Don't want to get 3-bet. Oh, I really don't want that flop either. That's a horrible flop for me. Wow. I don't know what just the hell happened to thingy. I didn't see how he lost all his money, but did it all go in that one? Can't have done. That was 67 big blinds. Oh, he just moves off the table, do deemed there was too much money at our table. Oh, OC scored again, 2-1. So how good is that? It's bad that Salah, the captain, didn't score many. It's 5 points, it's not terrible, is it? 5 points double up to 10. What did he do this week? We've got an assist. Played 90 minutes and got an assist. There's worse things. So that's not really the guaranteed points machine that he was last time, though. All this work, not a single bounty. Back to pretty much starting stack. I really should learn to appreciate when I've actually got a big balance that the dollar tournaments are, you know, what it's like playing a dollar tournament when you've got a small balance. It's like, this means a lot. It's, you know, if I can get $3 out of this tournament, that gives me entry to the next dollar tournament. Just, yeah, don't want to buy in again. Ever, if possible. It's worth calling for one, isn't it? Danger. King with a crappy kicker. Got a blocker for the hearts, and 5 is quite a good blocker for hearts if we're playing against good players. Unfortunately, there's the heart. Kevin wasn't going for it, so that's good. Okay, that's put me up to 6.8. I've got ace king. Got an 8. Yeah. Frustrating. What I was hoping for there was limp, raise, shove. Under the gun, raise. Like someone who's raised every time. I was going to go for this and I could call by an ace 9 or something. He's called, I didn't want that. 9 jack, okay, I did want that. Ace, great. Fantastic. I've got a knockout. That is absolute brilliance. That's not brilliance, it's just blind luck and someone playing pretty shit. But it's putting up to 12k and I've got a knockout, which is fantastic news. Loves a limp getting. It's not a bad thing for me because it means I can limp in without. It's card's not a bad thing to limp in. I'm looking for that jack. No one seems interested, so I'm trying to steal. queen. There you had the king. Frustrating. Quite a good play by Gedden. A little bit unpredictable because I've seen them do similar things with good and shit. Oh, should have looked at those. 9-3. Possible stack, short stack. Was only a limping to get there. I think I should have been involved in that. I'll go for this. Hope you haven't got ace king again. King 5, okay. Ace hit 5, but I've got him. Come on. Ah, bollocks. Bollocks. I had a lot of outs there, even though he hits 5. Back down to under an average stack. King bloody 5. What a dickhead. But this is a low stakes game, keep in mind yourself. So I had a ace flush draw after. Let's see what the percentages were. So before the flop, doesn't tell you, unfortunately. After the flop, I was 52%, even though he hit the 5, because I had the flush draw and 2 overcards. Ace Jack offsuit is not a great hand under the gun. Okay. I think it's good now. Not much of beat is there apart from ace and crappy kicker. Oh, he's hit the fucking flush, damn it. Trouble is with a shit player like that, you think ace and crappy kicker is quite a strong contender. Top pair, I'm just going to try and double up here. I'll try and steal everything. Okay, let's put it up to 6.9. Someone's got an ace, surely. Quad 5s, nice hand, dude. I actually played quite well, he slow played it okay. Well, yeah, pair of 5s on the flop, I guess. And a gut shot. end up with quad fives. Once again, I've given all my money to the guy in the seat. More by luck than judgment, as it were, or by bad luck than bad judgment. I've given some of it away at least. I think I had absolutely nothing, and he calls that. Okay, top pair again. Shove again. Don't do this at home, kids. Just repair my stack a bit. Or it says it's time to stretch my legs a bit. Well, that's 2 minutes away from the break, so I'm going to be doing that shortly. Other fitness buddies are available. Been doing a good lot of work getting myself fit this week or so. Last couple of weeks been running and riding the bike and generally healthy body, healthy mind and all that. And, you know, healthy body, healthy body. Not so easy staying fit when you're 52. Especially when you're 53. I'm not 52 anymore. Watched Mission Impossible last night. Tom Cruise can do that kind of crap when he's 60. I should be able to get fit. My wife was pointing out that there's a bit too much shirt off from Tom Cruise. And running around his pants. Don't really want to see naked 60-year-old men. Although I suppose a lot of his audience are 60-year-old themselves, so why not? Full time, Doncaster Rovers 1, AFC Wimbledon 2. Boom. Not doing badly, really. I mean, we've gone up a division. Everyone thought it'd be tough going up there, but going alright. 9th. Division is 24, 15 points. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Burton, Peterborough, Blackpool, and Rotherham on 5-7-7-7, Reading on 8, Port Vale on 8, Wickham on 8. So a couple of wins ahead of all of those already. Not a bad thing for the Dons. This is going to be a break, isn't it? So I will go and have a break. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, okay. Abandon. What do we know about you, mister? So, Bantban, tell me a bit about yourself. You like watching poker? Do I play live poker too? Yes, I do. I play with my friends. I've played a couple of big tournaments. 2 PokerStars tournaments. PokerStars Live at the Hippodrome, which was fantastic fun. I'm going just right near the money. Got knocked out ace king, calling a pair of eights all in just before the money, which was about £2.5 payout in the money. That's a poor decision, I guess. I think I could have held out. I had like 10 big blinds. I could have held out for the money, and actually would have liked to have done. This guy's played 78% of the hands. He's done. I don't see him do 3 big blind raises very often, though. So let that go. Okay, I've got a pair of eights now. I think it might be shoving territory if I get the chance. To shove or to set line. Shove. Three limpers. It's unlikely any of them have got aces. We're going to call him King 5, isn't he? Old Yubiko. Oh, he's got pocket bloody kings. Wow, he's played with absolute crap the whole way through. And suddenly pocket kings. So the answer to should I shove or set mine was I should set mine. So that is annoying. Just contemplating whether to go for the tournament or play a cash game. I think it's time to do a bit of grinding on the zooms. The count as grinding if you're on the zooms. Jacks have got to be decent, hasn't it? Flush draws out there, which is sort of an advantage, but it looks like I'm going for the flush draws. Yeah, so I've got about 20 minutes left on this session before I need to go and cook. It'd be nice to build up enough money for another tournament buy-in, so I can do that tomorrow. I was totally shocked by that knockout under the gun limp. I didn't think that crap player had that in him. He played with absolute shit before then. So unfortunate that I didn't get my ace queen against the absolute cack. This is more fortunate though. Ace queen suited against king, well, ace queen against king 5, and I had flush draw on the turn. At least I got one knockout, so I got 35 cents back from my $1.10. Which might not sound a lot, but I've managed to get myself right down to brass tacks here. I'm not exactly sure what that phrase means, right down to brass tacks. That means we sold the carpet. Bit of a grey and wet day out there today in London. Live poker, yes, I've played a couple of big tournaments, but mostly I play with some chums. Pub in Stoke Newington. Play a lot of home games with chums as well, so there's quite a lot of poker goes on in my life, which I like. Also like hanging out with my family, which I did a lot this morning. Nope, not just in that. So yeah, got the school homework done. We watched Doctor Who, watched The Last Airbender, hung out, chatted, shot the breeze. I'm actually really tired. I don't know quite why I'm so tired. I thought about going for a run this morning when I woke up. So I'm going to sort of carry on the fitness kick thing. But then by the time I sort of got rid of the initial grogginess, I realised I was pretty tired. And not surprised, I've been doing a lot of exercise recently and you need to give your body the old recovery day. 6-7 wins it with a 6 kicker. Funny. Let's call that on the basis of some backdoor things in an overcard. Totally sucked into that, didn't I? I need to resist the one big blind raise, I've got nothing thing. And resist playing too many hands. in a Zoom game where you really don't need to. One big blind into an 8 big blind pot. I know it's probably a big blind that I'm wasting, but there's one big blind. I mean, sometimes I'd kill for one more big blind. Not actually kill. I'm not that big a psycho, especially when it's 4p, 2p, 2 cents, about 1.5p. They play a lot of hand. Might be interesting to play against them in position. That is not what I wanted. Let's stick around and see what they do. Okay. Could actually lead there because it's such a low board, but I prefer the check raise. We've got about $1 in reserve here. Really don't want to have to buy it again. I guess I'm 50-50 against that shove. At best, I mean, probably not 50-50. Don't know why you would shove in a position like that, but I guess because some people call it. It's pretty tempting. Nines against an idiot shove is not a bad hand, but God only knows what they got. Probably ace king, maybe ace queen. Not quite likely tens, jacks. Very unlikely aces and kings. Queen's quite unlikely. But there's two cards, tens and, well, jacks, tens, that could cause me to lose what little stack I have left. There'll be better spots to stack off right there. Pair. Flush draw out there. Take it in. Be grateful for little victories. 15 minutes to go in this session, and It's not been my finest. Not been my worst either. So my poker progress every day has been pretty glad to still have some stack after a bad day. So about 4 weeks ago, I was absolutely cruising. Made like $10 a day for a week, and then played $50 games and made a couple of $100 in 2 days. And thought poker was an easy game. Then I started playing a load of tournaments, and I took some money out, which is a good thing. Always nice to take some money out when you're winning. So this chest, I basically paid £9.59 worth of rake. $2 games, mostly, plus a couple of tournaments. So it's taken me a week. I think it's like 6 days, I think. So I should get to the $3. Got shot an overcard. Hit the overcard, not necessarily what I wanted. I should try bluff an ace. I think it's never worth bluffing an ace here. I mean, most of the time in that situation, you end up both having the ace. Just getting rid of a load of. If you haven't got the ace, the likelihood is the other person has, because most people play with aces. So I'm just happy to split that pot, really. King 9, I've got 2 pairs, give me a chance to shove. Looking like I'm going for the diamonds, hope he's got aces. Nope. Hope he's got aces or king, queen. They often have. It's really windy out there. Ten minutes left. I tried to fold that and then realised it was only one big blind raise, but then there was a 2 big blind follow up, so it was actually a fold. No one cares about my stats here. Pretty unlikely that all these $2 players are playing with the hold'em manager, caring about my betting frequencies and whether I'm exploitable. This guy is an EPT winner and he's playing $2 game. Well done. Good discipline. No point in knocking them off it because, yes, there is. Well, that went well. It was a huge risk that I was basically kind of risking my stack, or my balance, in fact. A complete bluff. But luckily I had position. And no one's checking down that kind of stack unless they've got the nuts, so it was nuts or nothing. So I've got 282, so it's 82 cents plus about another dollar in reserve. That's a mistake. Not a big one though. Almost not worth ever calling. I think probably you shouldn't ever call from that position. Bottom pair is not great, but that's definitely in my range. There's too many draws out there. Two callers, they're not going to budge for another bet. Just got to get out of there. Pair of jacks. Could be good. Bit of danger here. Got 7. Oh, you got aces. Yeah. They were kind of playing like they had the aces. I was playing like I was going for a flush draw, but it's taken a big chunk out. Maybe it could have been a lot worse. I was tempted to shove with the jacks there. My spider sense was tingling, so I did not. The nice thing about being low bank balance like this is it makes $2 games fun, right? If you've got like $100 in the bank, who gives a shit if you make $2 or lose $2 in a $2 game? I'm pleased with that. Gives me a straight draw. Got a limper. Got a bad thing when I got fives. I've got a set of fives. That's a very wet board. No one's got 8-9. Full house, but you might have 7-6. Probably going for the flush, I'd imagine. bit more out of that. What did they have? They had an ace, right? Ace 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they had the straight draw and the ace on the turn. Sunday Billion winner. That was Sunday Billion. Don't know that one. Has sat with a possible flush on the board. Right, this is the last couple of hands. Going to fold the big blind. Hopefully don't lose all the money on this one, and it'll have been a quite decent session. Okay, so back to $3 plus the dollar in the bank. So I've got $4. It's going to be a long grind back again, isn't it? But at least it is a long